The Smithsonian National Zoo in the U.S. is set to send its beloved giant pandas back to China in early December after decades of friendly panda diplomacy between Washington and Beijing.
수십 년 동안 이어진 미국과 중국 간의 우호적인 판다 외교가 마무리되면서 미국 스미소니언 국립동물원에서 인기 높은 자이언트 판다들이 올해 12월 초에 중국으로 돌아가게 됩니다. All right, so this panda diplomacy is coming to an end around December?
Yeah, unfortunately, right? They will have to send those pandas back to China, and in Korea will be sending Pubao back to China shortly as well too, because the leasing agreement is coming to an end.
Right.
I want to go and see Pubao before she goes back. Yeah, it's really far from where I live though. That's the only problem. But I really want to see Pubao. I watch all the videos.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, well, tell us how many pandas we're talking about in America.
In this case, we're talking about 3 pandas from the zoo in Smithsonian Zoo is in Washington, D.C. There are some pandas still. There will still be some pandas in Atlanta, but they're going back soon as well.
Oh,
so there won't be any. Shortly, there won't be any pandas in the U.S.
Now, this panda diplomacy takes us back several decades. It was Nixon, I think, initially who accepted
the first
gift.
one from the when China turned communist, but there are like I was reading that it goes back even as far as the 7th century.
Oh,
Chinese China was doing this, sending pandas to other countries as a way of strengthening bonds with them. But in the modern era, yes, like it started in 1941 up until 1984 when they would actually give them as gifts. And Nixon was the first U.S. president to go to the People's Republic of China when it became communist. And his wife really liked the pandas, and then they gave it as a gift. So since 1972, this is there's been pandas in the U.S.
Wow.
Then it turned into, after 1984, it turned into leasing agreements.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why Pubao has to go back. They have to go back before they're 4 years old so they can breed.
Ah, I see. All right, let's look at the expressions here. Be set to do something.
Everything is all planned. Everything is set. Everything's all planned. You're going to do something. You just haven't done it yet.
Yeah.
Maybe the date hasn't come yet. Like, I'm set to leave for my trip on Friday. I'm all ready, but it's not Friday yet. So that's why I can say I'm set to do it.
뭐뭐 할 예정이 돼 있다. Be set to do something. And your example sentence is?
The label is set to unveil its winter collection this week.
아, 옷 얘기하는 거죠. 이 브랜드가 이번 주에 윈터 컬렉션, 겨울 라인업을 공개할 예정이다. 자, 그리고 panda diplomacy, we talked about that quite a lot. 판다 외교, 이렇게 표현을 합니다. Well, here's the headline one more time. The Smithsonian National Zoo in the U.S. is set to send its beloved giant pandas back to China in early December, after decades of friendly panda diplomacy between Washington and Beijing.